wires. Oh, okay. Be gone, thought.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Delta Sky Team and our global partners, welcome on board your Delta flight. As you're making your way to your seat, we kindly ask that you please step into your row and out of the aisle as quickly as possible to allow those passengers behind you to make their way to their seat as well. If you're traveling with a larger rollerboard, please place it in the overhead bins, either wheels or handles first on either side of the aircraft. Keeping in mind that the overhead bin space is shared space, so if the bin directly above your seat is already full, please go ahead and utilize the next available space. If you brought in a second item with you, such as a briefcase, tote bag, laptop bag, backpack, you can go ahead and utilize that space under the seat in front of you, so that we can utilize that overhead bin space for your larger bags without having to check them plain sight to your final destination. Feel free to utilize your mobile phones, tablets, and e-readers while we're here at the gate. However, once we close our boarding door, you must please place these items into airplane mode or turn off your cellular service. So we'd like to thank you all for choosing to fly Delta. Welcome on board.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Good. Okay.
Locking gear.
Let's do nose. Right? Yeah. Nose right.
Release parking brakes, please.
See if he does nose right or if he does nose straight back again. We are still in Mexico, so.
Please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all call.
Boom.
Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board your Delta flight. So in just a moment, we'll be showing you a brief presentation on the safety features of this aircraft. We kindly ask that you please direct your attention to the video monitors and flight attendants in the aisle, even if you are a frequent flyer. Thank you so much.
It's looking really straight back so far. It's my fault for not learning how to say right in Spanish. I brought this on myself. I feel like a dummy. I can't see my ground guide. Okay. It's still straight back. This motherfucker. Oh for 2, bud. Oh for 2. Maybe. Christ, where's he fucking taking me? Far side of the fucking moon. Alright.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a wooden start.
Bloop. Spin, baby, spin.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine. Start. You can disconnect.
This fucking cat, man. I swear to God. As soon as the fucking sun comes up, starts fucking bugging the shit out of me.
Unlocking gear.
And I'll do it like normally I'll be playing Final Fantasy 14 about this time of night, and I'll be doing like trials or like dungeons and shit like that, and he'll like come out of nowhere and fucking like face ram my right hand, and I'll Poe, the black one, and like it'll fucking push me because I usually like control my character by holding down like, you know, the mouse controller or whatever. So he'll like push me into fucking mechanics and shit and get me killed all the fucking time. I'm so fucking sick of him. Yeah, legit. I'm like, oh my God, I'm a fucking... You're going back to the fucking shelter, buddy. Yeah. I'll make sure you're nice and cripple kitty when you go to live with fucking Move Speed. You'll resent them. Yeah. Not anymore. I'm gonna oh fuck. God. Yeah, totally. We'll see. We'll see. Ew. Ew, no. No, don't care. Fuck them. I would be fine having them purged. Ugh. Ugh. Fuck pit bulls. Don't give a fuck. Let's see. Well, let's hope that doesn't change.
Hello. Welcome
Absolutely make fun of you if he eats your face off.
We're proud to serve you and the 180 million.
Remember when you said it was so great?
Each year.
Our first priority on every flight is safety. So before we depart, we'll be giving a brief safety
What's left of it?
Be sure all carry-on items are securely stowed in an overhead bin. And place smaller items, including handbags, underneath the seat.
At least.
If you lose your electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for assistance.
Be like, well, at least you can relate to cripple animals again.
Exits and bulkhead areas are clear.
Or I guess no, you just like the disfigured ones, like those ugly little Chihuahua dogs that like got their faces ripped off when they got in a fight with like a real dog, you know, that kind of shit. You're like,
that's my spirit animal now.
Seated in the business class cabin, secure your shoulder harness by attaching the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, remove the metal tip and allow the shoulder harness to retract.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. And even if the sign is off,
can't stand
please keep your seatbelt
Chihuahuas
fastened
at all.
in case we experience any unexpected rough air.
For everyone's safety, federal regulations require all passengers to comply with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin, in addition to any crew member's instructions.
Smoking, including the use of e-cigarettes, is not allowed on any Delta flight, and federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying a restroom smoke detector. All exits are clearly marked with an exit sign. However, if there is a loss of power and cabin visibility is reduced, lights will illuminate the aisle to guide you to an exit.
Please note that exit signs on this airplane identify each exit with a green symbol. Arrows indicate the direction to the
Tell
exit.
that to all the dead
Locate the
kids.
exit nearest you using these green symbols, keeping in mind the nearest exit might be behind you. In the event of an evacuation, leave all carry-on items behind.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, the panels above your seat will open, revealing oxygen masks. If this happens, reach up and pull the mask or red streamer towards you until the tube is fully extended. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, slip the elastic strap over your head, and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and know that oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are located under your seats in the main cabin. If you're seated in the business class or premium select cabin, life vests
I'll get
are
behind
located
that.
in a compartment adjacent to your seat or under your armrest.
To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist and attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust loosely around your waist. As you leave the plane,
Yeah, the people
inflate
across
the
the street
vest
from
by
us have a
pulling
pit
down on the
bull,
red
and
tab at the bottom of the vest.
their fence is like maybe 3 foot high. I'm like,
A water-activated
that
light
does
is
nothing.
attached to each vest. If necessary, we'll distribute
But
additional life vests.
Yeah, it's
for
like a
those
3
of you
foot high
35
chain link,
pounds or
and
less.
Now, before we
the
take
dog.
off, be sure you're seated
Yeah.
upright
Oh
and
yeah.
your tray table is put
Yep.
away.
If you're seated in
Oh,
the main cabin,
100%.
ensure your aisle
100%. As soon as
armrests
that
are
dog
locked.
decides he
And
wants to
in
get
the
out of there,
select
he's
cabin,
gone.
ensure aisle armrests are raised.
As we come through the
Yeah, every
cabin
time I
for
go
our
up to
final
get the
safety
mail, because
check,
our mailbox
please
is
let
on
us
their
know
side
if
of the
you have any
road,
questions.
he goes fucking
Finally,
nuts, and I'm
now
like,
would be a good time
one of these
for
days,
everyone to
dude,
review the safety
this
information
fucking
card,
thing.
which is in your seat pocket.
On behalf of everyone at Delta Airlines, we
Yep.
want to thank you for paying attention. Now,
Yep.
as we prepare for takeoff, please relax and enjoy your flight. Thanks for flying with Delta.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be a tough one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll take your word for it. See, you get all happy and Google Pitbull smiles, and I see a Pitbull and I start Googling kill shelters. Pretty much. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Plays a part in it. I mean, I'm sure you could make that argument. Mm-hmm. Hey, Wiser. Yep, it's Flight Sim 2020. It is. Mexico. There are like landing challenges and some other things like that, like scenic tour flights and things like that you can do that are like built into the game, but there aren't like missions or like any kind of career progression built into Microsoft Flight Sim. But it has a very healthy third party association of like apps and stuff like that to give yourself like things to do, I guess. It's like that's like in the stream title, like the whole fly Delta Virtual. It's like a virtual airline, so you fly like actual routes and stuff like that that somebody running the airline comes up with. I would not. No. I know, like, there's like all this. Oh yeah, automation, but like that shit makes me way too nervous, man. I don't know. I feel like the issue is like there's too many things like when something does happen that like a human has to troubleshoot. Like I don't know how like AI can physically troubleshoot issues in the cockpit, which is what, pilots usually have to do. So like that's my concern with like automated airline travel. Mm. Mm. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, because I mean, like, so plane crashes themselves of like at least airliners, right? They're super, super rare. It's not very frequent that one happens, right? Oh yeah, yeah, huge. Yep. But the issue is, oh my god, I'm dumb. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? That should be off. That's on. Ooh. I would probably do it. I guess it just comes down to like what Heather would let me do. Mm-hmm. Mm. Damn. Thanks, man. Sounds like you're really. I don't know if I've been sugar daddy since we were both playing Star Citizen. It's been a while. Yeah, that's fair. I appreciate it for nostalgia.
2,500.
Damn. Oh, I got your back, homie. What is up? Ugh, the worst. Fuck him. Fuck that Navy guy. I'll name him. I'll shame his ass. Climb. 250. 250. What the fuck? Every time I try to do like a turnaround in this fucking sim, instead of like exiting out and then like loading back in fresh, shit like this gets fucked up. Like, I thought my fucking engine's shut off, but instead it's just VNAV trying to go into the fucking ground for no reason. I mean, I feel like the hate on Elite's pretty fucking deserved. Elite's done fucking nothing to improve itself. FDev seems content to do nothing to improve it. Like, you know. I mean, like, what has Elite done in the last fucking 3 years? It's been like super minimal shit. You know, Odyssey came out, and rather than be like, man, you know what, we fucked up. We had a lot of really bad designs and mechanics, and you know, we just really probably didn't think through what our player base would actually like and enjoy here. Let's pivot and turn this into a success story. Instead, they were like, well, you're wrong and we're right, and everybody loves super spongy FPS gameplay, and engineering is hands down the most popular feature in space. So obviously that should be a core component of our ground FPS shooter too. You know, just shit like that. Like, fuck FDev, fuck Elite. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I mean that's pretty fucking accurate. That's basically what they've been doing. I feel like literally since Odyssey came out, it's just been stagnant as fuck. You know, like I'll jump back in there and I'm like, oh, so nothing's really changed, huh? Like I know like some of their fucking bullshit narrative stuff is advanced with like the Thargoid War or whatever, but like I don't fucking care. I don't do Thargoid shit. I don't have engineered ship components to that level to do it, so that means nothing to me. as I imagine it means to the majority. I would love to see a like spreadsheet of how many people actually engage in like Thargoid shit, because I'm sure it's fucking a very small portion of their active player base. You know, so that shit means nothing to me. There haven't been any new ships that have come out. All they've really done is push paint kits. So it's like, you know, I would say stagnation's very fucking generous, frankly. And then with Star Citizen, ugh, fucking, you know, I don't even know where to start with Star Citizen. I feel like it's just disappointment after disappointment. I feel like if you ban vaping in the US, it's real fucking stupid. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just like I don't get the whole like, oh, you know, oh, teens and vaping, when it was like, okay, but when we were teens and we didn't have vaping, we were all smoking cigarettes. So like, what's, at least this is like way better for you to be doing than smoking cigarettes, as a, especially as like a developing fucking teenager. It just fucking seems crazy to me. Oh, now VNAV wants to fucking work. No. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll find a way. I'm not giving that up. They can suck my dick. Yeah, I will never get behind something like that. It's such a fucking stupid fucking law. Yeah, right. Alcohol, totally cool. You know. I wouldn't be fucking happy, but I mean, I get your point on not being hypocritical. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, we'll see with Starfield, man. I don't know. I hope it's good, but outside of that, like, I don't have any expectations. Yeah. Yeah. You can literally trust in basically nothing. That's the real lesson here.
18,000 feet.
Standard. Yeah, it is what it is with this industry now. You know, like, gaming's so fucked. I mean, Moose Speed and I were kind of like talking about it the other day. I feel like the industry's just gone from, you know, like, developers who are passionate about shit to corporations that They don't build games to be fun. They build games to like, all right, how can we make this as profitable as possible? Mm-hmm. Yep. Even if it was like, oh, well, we could make $10 more on launch for like the launch window, and then the game will die sooner, or we could make the game good and it will live longer and sell more copies over time. They'd be like, well, let's take the paycheck up front, boys. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't mess around with Survivor. I didn't play the first game, so I mean, I had a code for Survivor from my CPU and I just threw it out in Discord. So I don't know like about the whole PC shit. Hello, Navy. We're doing. ABD always be doing. Did Asobo make a Plague Tale? I was not aware of that. Maybe that's why they're so fucking slow to fix shit. I mean, the like simulator itself is impressive, don't get me wrong. Like, especially graphically, it's really impressive, but like on a mechanic level, like there's so much shit that third-party people have to fix and implement, and third-party tools and everything else. So like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Microsoft Flight Simulator is really impressive out of the box, but it's also under the hood kind of a train wreck. I am flying a Boeing 737-800, which is again a third-party aircraft from the PMDG developers. Because Asobo made like 50 fucking general aviation single prop fucking tooting around fucking planes and all of like 2 fucking airliners. And the airliners they did make are absolutely fucking horrible in terms of like functionality. I mean, they've gotten better, and there is an update coming. I don't remember if it's the next update or if it's one of the future, you know, they kind of alternate their updates between world updates and then sim updates, and now they have avionics updates or whatever, but they're supposed to be making their 747 and 787 a lot better in the next update down the road. So is that a shadow on the horizon behind you? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, like, how you mean that. Yeah. You mean, like, this area? I did see that Chrono Odyssey shit. It looks like Black Desert. So, unless they announce that its gameplay is very, very different from Black Desert, it means fucking nothing. Because it's just another Black Desert. So hopefully it's different than Black Desert, because I would love to play Black Desert, but there's many, many things in Black Desert that I don't fucking like being forced into PvP. Literally get rid of that one fucking thing, and I would fucking play Black Desert pretty much nonstop. because the combat in Black Desert is super fucking fun. The ocean shit in Black Desert is super fucking fun. The trading in Black Desert, again, super fun. The crafting is super fun. The only thing that I don't fucking like in Black Desert is the forced PvP and the way that they do gear upgrade shit. Even with like the newer, like guaranteed fucking, I don't remember what they call upgrading in that fucking shit, but even with the guaranteed fucking meld or craft or whatever the fuck, it still sucks. Oh, are you saying like how the sun is right, like it's just coming over the horizon, so this lower set is still in the dark and then above it is illuminated? Yeah. Crimson Desert's like this weird thing, man. Like they've been talking about it for like fucking 4 years now, 3 years. I don't even remember how long, forever. Right. And it just always seems to be like, oh yeah, we're making it. We're not making it. We're making it. We're not making it. Like I wish they would at this point, like give some fucking hard timeline shit for Crimson Desert, because I would be super interested in playing that. But, you know, it seems like it's just always out there. I've never heard anything about like serious timetables or what exactly it's going to be either. Like at one point they were talking about it being like a multiplayer game, and then another point it was a single player story driven game. Like it's been like all over the fucking place with that shit, so who knows. Yeah, like just shy of gone gold. Yeah, that'd be fucking great. Like, I don't need to know about it. What does knowing about a game 3 years out do for me? Nothing. Mm. Mm. Yeah, right. Right, and that's kind of like I was like, oh, what does it do for me? Nothing. Like obviously, like somebody's gonna be like, oh, well, it's for marketing to build hype, and like, yeah, they're not wrong, right? Like obviously, that's what these fucking stupid studio publishers think they're doing, but you build an expectation based off of like super early concepts. You haven't really proven out like what's going to be in the game. Graphically, it might change drastically. Anthem. You know, like so many different things could happen during those many years of development from when you do an announcement teaser to when the game comes out, that like you run the product into the ground if it doesn't live up to like all the hype, all the expectations, if it doesn't match what you fucking initially showed. So like you risk doing more damage than you're getting by hyping, I feel like. You know, because like too many people, especially nowadays, don't buy the games on launch blind anymore. Tons of people wait to have like a review out so they can see what it is or watch somebody streaming it, whatever the case may be. So like you're really, really risking just getting way more backlash than what you would have done by just waiting until like everything was set in stone and cemented in and you were like, yep, this is what it's going to be. And then, you know, do your fucking teaser trailers. Yeah, I actually had Spaceborne 1. I didn't buy the second one just because I didn't play enough of the first one to justify buying the second one. And like, I don't know, I feel like I've gotten kind of a graphic snob with space sims and stuff. Like, I don't eat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds great. uh, I love Sea of Thieves. It's my favorite game ever. Again, I don't play it because I don't like PvP games where I have to PvP anymore. Like, it's just not for me. I also, all of my kids play Sea of Thieves, and I know how often they run around script kidding with their fucking buddy. So, you know, when I'm saying, like, I don't like being in these kind of games because it's loaded with... Man, I gotta watch my language. I'm tired enough that I could slip something that I shouldn't say. I don't like playing games like this because when I say it's loaded with fuckers who run around running, you know, fucking with like fucking, you know, shitty fucking paid cheat programs and shit like that, so they can fucking run around fucking doing childlike behaviors. You know, I know it's fucking a fact because my kids fucking play with their friend who has fucking used fucking cheats in Sea of Thieves the entire time they've played it, and they've been playing Sea of Thieves for like years at this point. And he's never been banned, he's never been caught, nothing. And like he does some real fucked up shit in that. So like, yeah, I mean, I just have no desire to play Sea of Thieves. That's literally why I don't like playing like competitive games anymore, because they're all just loaded with fucking cheaters. Even ones that aren't using like apps, you know, there's so many fucking other cheats out there for competitive games, like between, you know, like not aimbot, but like third party hardware that like reduces recoil and shit like that. And just, I just fuck that, dude. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Doesn't John use a macro for the Titan speed zoomy shit? I mean, can't you do that to get across the Gambit arenas faster? Or not Gambit, but Crucible? Right. Yeah. Right. Oh shit. I probably brick my fucking sound to try and fix this. Hold on. Oh, actually, let me see. OBS properties. Oh, where are you? Say something, Move.
Something. Move.
There we go. All right. That should be fixed, right? I forgot I had to change the Discord output off of Sonar, right? Because of earlier or whatever. So you weren't getting picked up on stream.
Okay.
So you are now, I think. So flight controls, I am using a Thrustmaster TCA Boeing flight stick or yoke. I'm using the Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant, and then the Thrustmaster. Fuck, I don't remember what rudder pedals they are, but they're the super huge metal tower throttle rudder pedals. And that's my Microsoft Flight Sim fucking setup.
Fucking Richie Rich over here.
Yeah, I honestly probably shouldn't have spent as much money as I did on this, given like how infrequently I actually like spend flying. Goddamn blue screen. So I've been trying to get off my ass to actually do the Star Citizen update video. I need to do it. I know I need to do it. I'm so disappointed with Star Citizen right now that it has been so hard to like sit down and actually record shit to cover this year so far.
We're not just doing this for money. We're doing it for a
Shitload of money!
I know I need to do it. And honestly, now that Heather's working nights instead of day shift again, it will probably happen sooner than it would have if she hadn't switched over to night shift, because I feel like it's a lot easier for me to record and like get everything done at night. So I would say, what is today? Tuesday, right? Tuesday, 3 days off. So probably Friday will be the actual Star Citizen update video. Friday or Saturday, one of those 2 days for sure. It'll be this week because I actually have the time to do it, and I'm up at night when I don't have any other real demands anymore, which is nice. So yeah, this week. But in terms of like, if you want an off the cuff update on Star Citizen, nothing is updated. Let's do it this way. When was the last time you played or looked into Star Citizen? And I can brief you on how much you have or haven't missed since then. That's the easier way to do it, because I feel like saying, you know, like, oh, here's what's new with Star Citizen, 9 times out of 10, it's more or less like nothing, right? Because there's just nothing fucking happens in Star Citizen. Everything happens slower than fucking snails watching paint dry. You know, like Salvage came out and it was more or less a fucking meme. And like the thing that really frustrates me too with like Salvage coming out is that it was supposed to be like this new cool feature or whatever, and just like medical gameplay and tractor beam shit, it all just feels like a slightly CIG modified version of mining, which we've had since fucking ages, right? So it's like, okay, cool. Like, more mining beam, only now we call it a medical gun, or more mining beam, but now it's salvage. And it's just so fucking frustrating. And I thought it was super fucking great too. Cameron, I fucking love him lately. When he put out a video making fun of CIG's trailer for the Vulture, and it's like down there, you know, salvaging, and the box comes out and it automatically ejects and moves out of the way or whatever, and he fucking just dumpstered on CIG for being like, this is false advertisement. That's not how it works in game. It's what everybody said it should do, but that's not how it fucking works. This is fucking bullshit. I was like, fucking preach, man. God bless you, Cameron. You brilliant little German. Like, that shit is so fucking frustrating, because like you look at shit like the way the Vulture was implemented with the salvage boxes and how they're like, they just literally sit in the hopper in the one-man salvage aircraft that you have to like get out, run down a fucking stupid fucking ladder, go to the back of the fucking goddamn ship, open it up and eject the fucking pod, then manually move it out of the way. And it's like a fucking retard, a 3-year-old developing video games could have fucking looked at this and said, this is stupid. But no, Chris Roberts and all of CIG, it makes it through that to live. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. Hey, Ferry, how's it going, man? It's just crazy, dude. It blows my mind. 318 had no business going to live, right? Like, if CIG was in any way a responsible, not stupid as fuck company, they would have kept 318 on PTU and kept fucking fixing it. Excuse me. But instead, of course, you know, 318 has to go live so they can sell fucking pictures. And that shit just like blows my fucking mind that like we're this many years in, they've made so much fucking money that like it should be shameful at this point, especially considering like what their product is versus how much they've made. That, you know, it's not even like selling a fucking game yet. They're just like literally taking donations basically. And they've still accomplished so little, but they still feel the need to chase every JPEG sale. So like, it's crazy. Like, are things actually that dire over at CIG? Like, you know, behind the doors?
No, they're just greedy fucks.
Yeah, like, can you actually need money that bad? Like, whether it's like studio wise, like, oh fuck, we're barely in the black, or, you know, oh fuck, I'm Chris Roberts and I'm trying to shop for my next fucking actress wife. Like, whichever your reason, do you really need that much more money? You're already sitting on over $500 million from this fucking bullshit. You really have to fucking pimp every single JPEG sale? It's just crazy. Like, why not try one time being the responsible parent and keeping your fucking garbage shit performance build on the PTU where the garbage shit performance build should be, you know? And I mean, like, I guess partially the answer is because 317 was also garbage shit build. So they were like, well, you know, fuck it. We're not really losing anything here by fucking putting another dumpster fire on the live build. It's just, it's so frustrating, man. Like, fuck.
Give us your money. We need another mansion.
Like, everything is just so fucking depressing and disappointing with Star Citizen. That's why, like, man, I started this year off, like, you know, you, like, go back and watch the video I did at the end of 2022, and, like, I was genuinely excited to come back and start covering Star Citizen again, because I was like, oh, you know, we've got all these fucking core features coming down the pipe. It's going to be a fucking exciting time to be a citizen. And of course,
they never let you down before that. You know?
They just fumble the fuck out of literally everything this year. And it's like, you know, I probably should have known better. We're like a decade in at this point. I probably should have known better, but I still fucking let it happen because I'm that fucking stupid. Like, I let my sci-fi nostalgia goggles get me every fucking time. And it's like, dude, I just need it. Like, honestly, I'm at the point where I'm like, I just need to cut Star Citizen completely and just never look back, because that's really what it's going to take.
It's like the X that you keep going back to. Right? You know, you
oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Need to go fill up the water bottle. The flight attendant is not currently working.
Wow, what a bitch. Kick her off the plane.
Yeah, honestly, with Star Citizen, I'm at the point now where I've kind of told myself I'm going to give them to the end of the year to pull their entire 1,000 plus man studio's heads out of Chris's ass. And, you know, if the game isn't like verifiably, objectively on a better path by the end of this year, I'm done with Star Citizen in terms of like the channel. I will not be covering it again. I will do a fond farewells, good luck, enjoy fucking throwing your money away. Yeah, like there will be a video for that, and then I will not cover it again until it comes out of alpha. Wink, wink, air quotes. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with Star Citizen. This year, I feel like we're already almost halfway into the year, and it's just a fucking meme so far. You know, 4.0, Chris, right? 4.0 this year, right, Chris? By summer, 4.0, right? How's that working out for you, you fucking British fuck? God.
You British fuck.
Nasally fucking fat pudgy fucking piece of shit. No wonder you fucking like goddamn board gamer. You're like the fucking Hobbit and Smeagol fucking together. Fuck.
The Hobbit and Smeagol together.
I fucking hope they do, Wiser. I hope fucking CIG fucking free falls into the fucking ground. Yeah, I don't think comparing me with Salty Mike is necessarily one-to-one there, Navy. Salty Mike streams that shit every single fucking day while going, I don't think I'm gonna keep doing this if CIG keep bad touching me. And then fucking streams it every fucking day for how many years now? I don't hardly ever stream Star Citizen, and if I'm streaming Star Citizen on those rare occasions, those are the only times I'm really playing it at this point. Outside of like playing it to record video for an update.
He plays it all day long.
Every day. So like we're not really that one-to-one there. So, you know, I don't think it's accurate to say honestly it sounds like what Salty Mike did. But you know, you can interpret that however you wish, I guess. Honestly, like it's not even Chris or CIG so much Spitfire. I feel like 90% of the time what happens is like viewers will hit me up and be like, please come back. Please come back. Please do Star Citizen stuff. We need you. The community needs you. Please do it. Please do it. And like, I just end up caving to that pressure because I feel bad because honestly, like they're not wrong, right? Like, and I'm not saying like it needs me, but Star Citizen desperately needs somebody who will just literally fucking bend over and shit down Chris's mouth nonstop, because if you don't, you get like an entire bubble community sphere of Salty Mike, Cobra TV, fucking Board Gamer, all the other fucking simpy fucks that just nonstop suck the game's dick. And then occasionally, you know, CIG pays to have some huge big name streamer come in, and then all the simpy fucks sit there and like lick at that streamer's nutsack as it dangles above them. Well, they're like, yeah, this game's good, right? So good, guys. This game is so great. So, you know, like, I agree. The game does need, not me specifically, but somebody who will literally just constantly shit on Star Citizen and point out all the bullshit, because otherwise it turns into, like, you look back at, like, when I stopped, like, basically full content cycle shitting on CIG and Star Citizen. That was probably, like, what, 3 years ago, something like that. And then you look at, like, what the community content sphere has turned into since then, and it's just so many simps, so many fucking like little cultist chills going on and on about how amazing the game is and telling everybody outside of their little bubble like, it's really good, come on, step inside, do it, it's great, pledge, you know, this is the best fucking package, you should definitely buy this one, and then once you bought that you can buy it and upgrade to this one. And it's just like, it's so fucking depressing to see like people get fucking conned. I mean, like, I don't know what other word to use for it. Conned into like buying into the hype and bullshit around Star Citizen. And I feel like I probably made a difference, like, you know, good couple years back. Like, I feel like when I would shit on CIG and point out like their lies and the bullshits about like release timetables, mismanagement, blah, blah, blah. Like, it got enough views that I feel like I probably made a difference. But nowadays, like, I just don't have the heart to do that kind of shit anymore. Like, I'm not Salty Mike. I'm not sitting here going, I want to be a streamer. That's my life goal. So, like, I don't want to put in the time to do that kind of shit. Like, I'm not going to sit there and put out a video a week in order to stay in the algorithm so that I can make sure my content's seen to, like, derail people from taking the worst mistake of their lives and jumping into the Star Citizen train. It's just, I don't know, man. But, like, how long do I let that motivate me, right? Like, trying to save people from doing something stupid when you know, they're all complete strangers, right? Like, I don't know the average dude on, like, our gaming who's like, oh, this video of this spaceship is really cool. Star Citizen, huh? Okay, bye. Like, do I really need to care if that person spends his money? And you know what? Maybe Chris does need that money to get a better actress wife, you know? Like, fuck it. Yeah, level cap gaming. Oh, God, dude.
He's moving up to one that's actually gotten fucked in porn instead of just her feet tickled.
Yeah, he wants the good. He was like, fuck, I fucked up. All this bitch wanted to do is play tickle time. I thought I was buying like a proper fuck toy. I think level cap will go right back to sucking Chris's dick, like, immediately. I have zero respect for that dude. And I'm like 100% believe that guy's getting kicked back in some way, shape, or form. Like, there's no way somebody like level cap, who has spent how many fucking years playing real shooters like Battlefield, like religiously for so many years. Like, that dude was playing fucking Battlefield back when, like, I don't know. I don't even think I had a fucking 800 series card back then. Right? There's no way somebody like him goes over to Star Citizen and goes, wow, this fucking goddamn retard fest of fucking shooter game is really refined and great. Let me simp this game about how amazing it is. There's no way somebody who literally has like a career in playing Battlefield and Call of Duty and shit like that suddenly jumps over to Star Citizen and is like, wow, so good. I don't even notice all the jank and desync and the shitty gun physics. This is amazing, guys. Look, I'm going to just start making a video, 2 videos a week on Star Citizen. Please, motherfucker. That does not fucking happen organically. And that's like, God, it's shit like that why I want to make Star Citizen videos, to fucking call out bullshit like that. There is no world, and it's literally Rexzilla.
Drama channel.
Dude, I mean, I guess, fuck. It's literally Rexzilla all over again.
Just do React content. React to Star Citizen content, but like pause it every 30 seconds.
I wouldn't have to make
how big of a
content.
retard they are.
That's true. I wouldn't have to actually
dude,
make
that's
the
what
content.
React content is. Like, listen, you can flame it all you want, and I mostly agree with a lot of the React content out there. Like, it's not very transformative, right?
Mm.
But like, it's easy, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
it's really easy content.
Yeah, 100%. I would 100% do that because I don't have to make the content, right? Like that's why I don't want to make Star Citizen videos, because I have to play Star Citizen to make the video. Right, exactly. Yeah. And it's like, fuck that. But yeah, like on terms of like level cap, it's literally Rexzilla all over again. Rexzilla was like what? Like into like semi-pro COD tournament shooter shit, right? And suddenly he comes over to fucking Star Citizen doing fucking Arena Commander and fucking hyping up for Theaters of War and shit and going, wow, look guys, this is the best fucking shooter ever. Go on Arma if you want that fucking kind of like large combined arms shit. At least it fucking works. But like on Star Citizen,
there's
nothing,
of other things
none of that
too,
works.
right?
Yeah,
like,
Squad, fucking anybody. There's
so
many
that are like older versions too, like not older games, but like they're like set in older wars or whatever, like Postmortem, I think.
Postmortem, Postscriptum, and Hell Let Loose.
Another one, Hell Let Loose, yeah, that one.
Yep.
And then like, hey, listen, like some of the other Battlefields, I don't know how 2042 or whatever it is going, but like
Battlefield 4 is still a fucking classic, dude. It's still so
honestly,
good.
Like Battlefield 3 is still good.
Yeah.
And there's just like there's plenty of
that's the thing. Like when you have these,
right?
Yeah. I mean,
it's not perfect, but it's way better than Star Citizen.
Oh yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That's
like
true.
It's not, none of them are perfect, right?
Yeah. It's just, dude. That's why it's so hard for me to take it seriously when like these huge FPS streamers and like YouTubers suddenly go full-time Star Citizen and pumping out like basically like. You watch their content and you're like, is CIG writing this for you? Like that kind of shit. And you're supposed to, with a straight face, say, this is this person's unbiased opinion about how good Star Citizen is, huh? Uh-huh. Okay.
But if you get into React content, you have to completely act like Montoya doesn't exist though, because he'd want you to get into drama with him. Don't feed into that.
Maybe his fucking org members would start watching his channel again then. Oh, little bitch.
Yeah, send you a message like, hey, please, will you react to this and be really mean? Please, Daddy? Please? Just for the views, man.
I need it.
Yeah.
I haven't
my fucking family.
I haven't suckered my test members into buying me a javelin this month.
I feel like Arma runs fine. Like I don't remember ever really having an issue with Arma 3. Like older games, sure, but like Arma 3 since like the first year, I don't really feel like it's had issues. Like I spent a good bit of time last year playing Arma quite a bit. When we were
I think
like
some of that depends
drought.
on like how complicated the like mods
And
are
shit
or whatever
are.
that
Yeah.
you're like if you're watching like people play these like crazy like RP servers or some shit, like
Mhm.
yeah, I can imagine that shit gets like really complicated for the server to handle and shit.
We are heading for Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So we should be, let's see, Prague. Prague.
Yeah, Navy's right. I think Insurgency is good for
Insurgency is another one.
Smaller scale stuff.
Yep.
For sure. And they have PvE stuff in there too, which is cool.
We should be about 20 minutes out from Fort Lauderdale. I mean, I totally get that, Tolan, and that's kind of like one of the reasons why I feel bad like not covering the game, because I know a lot of people like check in on it by like watching the update videos and shit like that, or like, you know, the latest shit that CIG pulled all year, because, you know, you don't give a fuck about Star Citizen enough to play it and keep up with all their bullshit, but you want to know like what kind of bullshit did Chris come up with this year? I wonder what JPEGs got price increases for literally no reason. You know, what other kind of shady shit did they pull this year? I wonder, right?
Mickey Mouse is gonna curb stomp him in court. Dude, I hope to God that they send a lawyer into court dressed up in a Mickey Mouse costume and he's just like speaking in Mickey Mouse voice and shit the whole time. I don't care if they lose because of it. It would be so fucking funny, honestly.
Theaters of War can't be more hardcore and better than PlanetSide because it doesn't fucking exist. Theaters of War is literally like, what was it? CitizenCon or Gamescom demo, and that's it. There's a reason it's how many years later now, and we have heard fuck all about it, except for, you know, when fucking Tyler Whitkey decides to get on fucking Spectrum and say, hey guys, Theaters of War, it's coming, it's definitely coming. Like, have you ever watched the South Park episode where they're parodying Game of Thrones and George R.R. Martin is constantly like talking about dicks and stuff, and Butters is like, no, but when are the dragons coming? And he's like, oh, they're coming, and they're definitely on their way, but this dick over here, that's Chris Roberts talking about fucking Theaters of War.
But let me tell you about how every inch of this naked woman's body and what she looks like, and then I'll just say that this guy looks muscular, and we'll be done with it, right? Like, fucking every book that's written by a man that has sex in it, right? they obsess over every feature of the woman. They're like, and the man was strong. It's like, fuck, so fucking weird.
He was like really jacked, and his dick was big. Anyways,
massive dick, because I'm writing myself into this character. Wink. That's just so weird in books, man. The just like, and it's not every guy writer, right? But like, there are some of them out there that like fucking are really weird about that shit.
I haven't watched the trailer yet, but I'm excited for it.
You haven't watched it yet?
I haven't.
I linked it to you, you bitch.
I couldn't decide if I wanted to watch it.
Watch it on stream right now.
No.
Watch it on stream right now. No sound. You won't get caught.
No way.
Wow. I linked it to Archer the same day as you. And I was like, oh, look, only another year. It looks really good, though. It does.
Good. I hope it is. Like, I feel like Dune's become like Dennis Villeneuve reviews. Dune has become like one of my favorite sci-fi installments, just because like sound-wise, he's fucking killing it.
I like his style of movie for sci-fi, right? Specific, like it works so well for like Blade Runner, right? That was him, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Just like the visuals and how everything comes together, the audio, the sound, like the soundtrack, right? It all just works so well together for sci-fi.
Yeah.
I'm sure that he could make a bad movie, right? But I think like it feels like clearly that sci-fi is his niche, right? Like it just fits his style really well.
Yep. I agree. Yeah, just he does it like perfectly with like melding visuals and sound and just angles and everything. Like I have no complaints with his Dune Part 1.
Yeah.
Like I think it's definitely one of my favorite sci-fi movies period now.
He did Arrival too, which was really good.
Yeah, Arrival was good. Yep.
I love that movie. Yeah. It also helps that fucking Amy Adams is hot as shit. She's got that like mom look too. Like, you know what, I'm okay with that. Just make sure that, you know, the kids, I don't have to deal with the kids, you know?
Well, you don't in Arrival.
That's true. Holy shit. God damn.
That cuts on 2 levels.
That's fucking insane. Yeah, no, I love that movie though. Arrival is really good. He did a non-sci-fi. Fuck, it was like Jake Gyllenhaal and the guy that played Wolverine. Fuck, Hugh Jackman. Prisoners. That was really good too. But it wasn't sci-fi. It was
I don't know if
like
I've seen that.
it was a thriller or something. Yeah, basically Hugh Jackman. I think Hugh Jackman's son gets kidnapped. Jake Gyllenhaal is a detective, and they catch the guy sort of, right? Like they know it's him, and he's really fucking weird, right? But they can't prove it, and he gets out, like he gets released or whatever, and they take things into their own hands, right? Like together, sort of. And it even goes deeper than that, but no, it's really good though.
I'll have to look it up. I have played X4
like
quite
it's
a
not
bit.
something you should like rush out to watch or anything, you know. But like if you're ever just like, oh, I need a movie and I'm, you know, I want like a crime thriller kind of movie, right? It's good for that.
Yeah, Spitfire. I've played X4 quite a bit. My issue with X4 is that it's single player. It's the same reason, like, let's say theoretically, No Man's Sky had a really great flight model. It would technically be like my perfect game, right? But if they hadn't added multiplayer, I would still not want to play it, because even though it has everything else, like, I just feel like it's pointless when I'm playing in a single player game like that. It's one of the reasons I don't really care about Spaceborne also. Like, okay, cool, I'm doing all these interesting, fun things, but like, there's literally nobody to share it with, so does it matter? I don't know. And like, none of those things are story driven, so I'm not playing it for the story. I'm not enjoying like a story. I'm just literally like, oh, let me build this space empire for no reason. That's kind of how I like view those kind of games, and that's one of the reasons why I like X4. The second they add even like 2-person co-op, I would fucking play the fuck out of X4. But like as it stands right now, like I just don't have a reason to play it.
Yeah, Navy, that's not a contradiction. He wants co-op PvE games.
Yeah, I mean, I literally just said, if it's a single player game and there's no story, then what am I doing it for? Like, there's no, like, meaningful story in X4. There's no meaningful story in Spaceborne. There's no meaningful story in No Man's Sky. There's no meaningful story, etc., etc., etc. You get where I'm going here? It's not like I'm playing The Witcher, or I'm playing Mass Effect, or insert countless other single-player story-driven games, right? Like, there's a reason to fucking play those. Be like, if Warframe didn't have multiplayer, and you were like, oh, well, this is a story-driven game. It's not, right? So, like, there's no, like, outside of the very basic fucking world-building storytelling in Warframe, right? Like, if it didn't have multiplayer, that would not be enough to make me want to play the game. I wouldn't sit there and grind all those frames and do all the fucking stupid bullshit you have to do in Warframe just to be like,
I did it. Good job, me.
like, And that's kind of how I view stuff like Spaceborne and X4. Like, the gameplay is cool. I would enjoy it if it felt like there was meaning and purpose to me, and it just doesn't feel like that. That's one of the reasons why, like, I wish more games were co-op. Like, I don't understand why, like, all these publishers view games as like, well, they've either got to be an MMO or they've got to be single player. Like, why, what happened to co-op games? And, like, even, like, Party of 4, you know, like, that shit, why is that not a bigger market? I don't understand it. I'm great at landing because the computer lands. Honestly, like, outside of, like, setting really basic shit, most of these planes pretty much do all the work. In terms of, like, manually landing, though, like, I'm pretty decent. Like, if I couldn't use an ILS or RNAV or, like, any other kind of automated approach, like, I could, like, visually fly it in VFR, yeah. On the glide slope, probably not, but good enough to get it on the ground and not break every passenger's back. Oh yeah, for sure, Spitfire. Like, the gameplay is amazing in X4. Like, I'm not shitting. Like I said, the second they add even just 2-player co-op, I would fucking play X4 nonstop. Like, it's such a fucking good game. I don't feel like any, like, I'll start playing and I'll get, like, going to, like, a couple hours, and then I'm like, okay, well, I've got more of this ahead for the next, you know, like, week and a half, and there's really no reason to do it. I need Fort Lauderdale, please. Charts. And we are doing 10 right.
feet.
All right, sorry about that. Man, that's really hard to say. So, like, I haven't flown with a rudder in over a decade. Before I bought this recently, I think I got my Thrustmaster. Fuck, God, I wish I could remember the fucking name of these pedals, but I think I got them like 2.5 months ago, something like that. And before that, I haven't used rudders in over a decade. I mainly got rudder pedals specifically for taxiing on the ground. So it's really not even a good reason. And these things are like $500. So would I say that they're worth it if you're doing the kind of shit I'm doing right now? Probably not. You could totally get away with like $100 Thrustmaster, like the plastic small little rudder set, or like I think some other ones make some cheaper, like not crazy expensive rudder pedals. What are they? Cytec or whatever? Fuck, who owns that now? Logitech. Logitech's pedals, I think, were like 175 or something like that. Those would be reasonable. The only reason I would say that the Thrustmaster metal pedals are worth it is if you're doing like helicopters on DCS and stuff like that. Then you do need like that precise, refined movement. So if you're doing that, which is what I bought these for, I just haven't gotten into DCS because I'm waiting for the Kiowa to come out. Then it's worth it, yes. Because in stuff like DCS and other like helicopter stuff, you really need like quality, precise pedals for rudder movement. Outside of that, though, probably go for like a much cheaper option. If you're just doing it for like jets and planes and stuff where like really rudder input isn't that critical, like it's either for corrections on landing or taxiing and stuff like that, you really don't need like super expensive pedals. I feel like at that point it's luxury item. And like if a $500 like absurd luxury purchase is not a big deal, then yeah, it's worth it. But like $500 is an intimidating amount of money to spend on hardware that you really don't use that much, then definitely not. What about Valheim? I keep meaning to get back into Valheim just because I want to do building stuff, but honestly, V Rising is going to be dropping their update here on the 18th or something like that. So that's honestly like those two games are too similar.
You said it was the 8th. I thought you said it was.
Nope, I didn't.
No? Why have this message in chat?
Nope.
Interesting.
All right. Sorry about that. Short intermission.
It's a good thing my screenshot doesn't have your name in it,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Just to be I don't have that.
I don't have a Maine Coon cat. I have a cat that is very similar to a Maine Coon. We're actually waiting for a breeder here where we live for a litter of Maine Coons because Heather really, really wants a white Maine Coon, and specifically a white Maine Coon. It's just crazy how hard it is to get like. It's so fucking hard to get like an actual like verified Maine Coon. Like period.
What's the importance of the white?
She just wants a white fluffy cat.
Yeah, okay. I'll have to talk to her about that later. We'll see if it's. I just want a white cat. I'm just kidding.
So yeah. Oh yeah. If you meant to say V Rising, then yeah. I'm planning on like pulling up a server and playing the shit out of that later this month when the update drops.
Yeah. Later.
Yep. Yep. Later.
Yep. Later. Are you okay with getting the Maine Coon because you think there's a small chance that it might eat the other cats?
Yes, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, if I'm lucky. Yeah, if God is good, the Maine Coon, as a kitten, will finish off Boo Bear, and then once it matures a little bit more, it will eat the other two. Yeah, I figured...
It'll have to go after Boo Bear first, because the other two won't help Boo Bear. It knows it can 1v1 it.
Yeah,
right?
that and he's old, so I mean, like, the odds are in his favor.
You know, once it gets a little bigger, though, it can 1v2 the other two, right?
Yeah. Easy peasy. We do have bears, just they're super not common where I'm at. Like, we're just south enough for it to not really be an issue. And it's mostly like where I live in Michigan, it's mostly just black bears. I don't think we have grizzlies in the lower peninsula. I don't think I set my VRAF. I didn't. Damn it. Approach. Think you did everything, and then you realize you didn't. Every time I fly into this airport, I see all the cruise ships sitting in the port, and I'm like, oh, I want to go get drunk. So we're kind of like still in a Michigan spring here. I don't know if it's technically considered summer everywhere or not yet, but it's definitely not summer here yet. We get like 2.5 to 3.5 months of summer where it's like 70, like mid 70s to like 90. And then the rest of the year we're fucking freezing. So I would say majoritively cold here for sure. There are times when I'm like, oh man, I want to move somewhere warmer, but I just don't want to deal with like Michigan. It's really easy to get property, which is really nice. And it's really easy to like have like not city living type shit, which is really nice. For me personally, like I don't like being near cities. I don't like living in them, whatever. Like, man, when I was stationed in Texas and I was in El Paso, I fucking hated it. I was so fucking miserable there. I was like the fucking worst fucking place I've ever fucking been. I haven't watched Cocaine Bear yet. I keep meaning to, but I know Heather wanted to watch it too, like, because it just sounded so absurd. So we haven't watched it yet. It's on our list. Speaking of which, everybody here, go tell like 10 friends to go watch the Dungeons and Dragons movie so we get a fucking sequel. If you haven't watched it, then go watch it because that movie is fucking literally solid gold. And I will be really disappointed if anybody here hasn't watched it yet. Preferably in a method where you actually pay money to watch it. But, you know, if you're going to watch it some other way.
I haven't seen it yet. I swear.
God damn it. I should have known. When we were talking about it, I was like, I guarantee he's not helping to support it either. God damn it.
I don't really help to support anything, to be fair.
Yeah.
I guess I could get it on Voodoo. It's on Voodoo, apparently.
Yeah. It's on Amazon now, too.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, that's where I bought it. That movie... Everybody should have watched Dungeons and Dragons. Go do it.
I'll think about it.
We need a sequel.
I mean, I'll watch it again, right? But I'm not thinking about paying for it.
I hate you. So fucking
what do you want from me, dude? I'm poor.
Well, I tried. I did my part. I can sleep at night. That's all I care.
Well, I sleep like a baby.
Okay,
I don't
Archer.
feel bad for any of this shit.
You got your review copy of the movie?
If they just released them onto any of the 80 streaming services that I paid for, right? Like
Yeah.
Amazon. Oh wait, they did. They just make you pay extra for it on top of that. You know, I only pay like $120 a year for Amazon Prime. You know, like it's not
Yeah.
even that much, right? Fuck. Like I would be fine with like paying to like even rent movies and shit if I wasn't already spending like fucking $65, $70 a month on streaming services.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm literally at the point where like I'm about to cancel everything. It's just getting so like diluted and shit that like it just doesn't. None of them feel worth it at this point.
I think I'm gonna cancel Disney probably.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that will take Hulu with it for me, but I don't care about Hulu.
Yeah.
There's one thing on Hulu, and I'll just resub for that season, right? It's The Handmaid's Tale. Everything else is absolute garbage. Well, new stuff at least. I'm sure there's some like old shows that are good, but
some fucking time acceleration there, buddy. Uh-oh. Hold on.
like it's crazy that to watch the Dungeons and Dragons movie, right? I can pay $20 to watch it the way I watch every other thing on Amazon Prime, right? I get nothing extra other than the movie. Or I can go pay less than that to watch it in a theater on a giant screen, right? Like how insane is that?
Yeah, I don't know what the price of seeing in the theaters is at this point.
I mean, like I don't think, at least not around here, that even the nice theaters are $20 a ticket, right? Like
yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is that like I know when I bought it on Amazon, it was like $24. So I mean, it's close enough to the price of a ticket that like, especially if I have to go see it with me, Heather, and the kids, or me, Heather, and her family, that like to me, like at that point, I might as well just buy it.
Yeah, I get they're kind of doing a one price for like you to watch it endlessly with however many people you want. Kind of like I get it, right? But like, it's still like fuck, man. I like $20. Like it's just crazy to me that like it's almost more than like going to the like the cost of everything to go to a theater, just one person, right? Like the gas, the ticket, the drink, the pop, like that's more barely, right? Like but barely.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it seems I don't know, streaming services were always supposed to be like cheaper, right, than all of the alternatives, and they're quickly becoming not, and it's really fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I am on autopilot. Let's see. Ooh, it's 18. That would have been bad. Yeah, I'm on autopilot. It should be on autopilot all the way down to right before the runway. I'll probably shut it off and manually actually put it down. But yep. On almost every airport that I fly into with the routing, like the routed flights or scheduled flights and stuff that I do through Fly Delta Virtual, almost all of them have an ILS, which is an instrument landing system. So basically, as long as you configure the plane right, the plane basically lands itself. Oh yeah, dude. Movie theater snacks are like insane. Like I can't imagine getting anything other than popcorn. And even that is realistically overpriced, but like you start getting into like, you know, candy and shit like that.
But it's really fucking good though.
Oh yeah, movie theater popcorn for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the one thing that I can justify. Like you can't really, I mean, you can, but like you can't really get that by going to like your grocery store versus like, you know, when you buy like, let's say a box of M&Ms or Skittles, right? Like I can get that at the fucking gas station for like $1, right? Or I can get it at the movie theater where it's really a giant box that has Skittles on it, and then, you know, they have those little like kids Lunchable size fucking bag of Skittles inside of the giant box, and that's all you get for fucking $6. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that.
Yeah. There's a cinema here. I think it's called Cinemark, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like recliners and shit, and you can get like food delivered to you.
I think
imagine how expensive that is.
I think that's the same chain that we have just north of us, because
Mhm.
it has like they're basically like living room furniture almost seats, and then like they have attendants that will bring you alcohol and shit while you're watching.
Yeah.
It's so great. Yeah, that shit's fucking great.
I can't imagine how expensive it is.
Oh yeah, it's overpriced as fuck, but it's fucking cool. I mean, I don't mind it because like, how often do I go? I go to a theater like maybe once a year. So
yeah, I mean, like to be clear, right? Like when I say it's like fucking super expensive, I mean for poor people.
Oh yeah,
right. For me, it's too expensive, right?
Yeah.
But if I was like making $100K a year or whatever, right? Then like maybe like every 3 or 4 months, that's not that bad of a deal, right? Especially if I like to get drunk at the same time, right? Like them bringing alcohol and shit like on top of it.
Yeah.
I can imagine that'd be like really nice, especially if like some movies I feel like are like made for big screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I wasn't like super like antisocial and hated going out, right, I would have went and seen Dune on the big screen, right? I bet that was amazing.
But you couldn't because of COVID.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. Haha, I have an excuse. And now I'll have to think of another one for Dune 2, I guess.
I agreed. That was the one movie where I was like, I would go watch this in the theater if it was available. But yeah, like there's those once in a blue moon movies.
Yeah, like like the trailers kind of like told me that like I thought it would be really cool to do that, right? Because there were a lot of like really wide sweeping shots of like just like the planets and stuff, and having that scaled up would have been really cool, right? There were some parts of it that it wouldn't have mattered, right? But I think that for some of those like really wide shots, like the part where they're like watching the ships come out of the ocean on their planet, right? Like how cool would that have been to see it like massive, right?
I agree.
You just see so many more details and shit. Yeah, there's some movies that I think are like extra cool on the big screen.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. But like we were just talking about the Dungeons and Dragons movie, right? Where like we love that, but I don't think it would have made it that much better, right? To see it in a theater, like maybe like the Underdark part would have been cool, right? But like so much cooler that I want to go to a theater, right, and be around other people. No,
exactly.
Not a fucking chance, right? Like,
I mean, that's the thing too. Is like I think that's one of my issues with Hollywood is they expect every single person to go see their shit in theaters, and it's like, dude, I just don't want that experience. Like there might be 1 or 2 movies a year where I'm like, that's a theater movie, but like the vast majority of them, that's a stream at home movie, bro. And like no amount of you trying to shame me or tell me like I'm missing out on the experience is gonna make me change my mind.
Yeah, I can see my mind being changed on that, not by them, right, but just like as my life changes, right? Like like if I'm not busy with school and I have nothing else to do and I have plenty of extra cash, right, to just blow on shit, then like theater sounds really cool, maybe even once a month, right? But like fuck, I don't think they like realize that, especially in the US where they make a lot of their fucking money, right, that like if fucking half the population is working like 60 hours a week, right? Like for like dog shit pay, right? So even if they could find the time, do they want to waste the fucking money that they have on 2 hours? Like potentially like what, like $80 for a couple people, right? Or a few people, maybe 3, right? Whatever, it doesn't matter. But you get on point. Like, like do they want to waste like the only expendable cash that they have for that month, right, on that? Like, I don't know, probably not on just 2 hours of happiness, right, or whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
I think streaming is like a lot more, I mean still like a lot more affordable, right? And it's just like so much more convenient, right? Like how nice would it be to like have a new movie every like 2 months that you really wanted to see, just pop it onto a streaming thing, and like after you get home from work, right, you just put on the movie, put a frozen pizza in the oven or whatever, and have a nice night. You know.
Yeah, to me, it's just so much. It's so much more fucking enjoyable to be able to like.
And then,
watch
on
it
top of that,
oh, go ahead.
people have like much bigger TVs nowadays too, right? Like much bigger and nicer TVs.
Right.
Like most people don't need to go to a theater for that experience, really.
Mm-hmm. I'll look it up as soon as I land Spitfire because I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know how to see prices anywhere. I'll look at the one that's right down the hill. That's not anywhere near as nice, but I don't know if there's a way to see prices though. Oh. $15.31 at the shit place.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
For an adult. Oh my god.
I know I wasn't like positive how much it is here. It's around there. That's why like when you were saying like Dungeons and Dragons, like I think it was $24 for like the 4K UHD, whatever the fuck version of it.
Oh, the higher
like,
resolution, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I fucking might as well, you know, like it's not that much more than a ticket and I can watch it indefinitely over and over and over again. And you know, that's just if I go by myself, right? Like that's not even counting like everybody else wants to go see it too. So like to me, it's just makes more sense to do it that way. Oh, you bitch.
Oh, fuck. I went to that other theater, and I clicked on the one day that's discount day. Fuck. How the fuck do I get out of here? God damn. Movies.
No.
Oh, that place is like way nicer, and it's only $11.50 there. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe they just have way more seats in their rooms though, probably, so they can divide the cost of the place up better, or whatever.
1,000.
But yeah, that place is also like 30 miles away. I'm gonna watch The Flash, but I'm gonna wait until it's available online somehow. I'm not.
Don't you want to support Ezra Miller?
Oh, I don't care about like the artists and the art that I look at. I listen to Chris Brown music still, right?
Oh, okay.
400.
That's about all you need to know from me, I think.
Fair enough, you're a monster.
300.
Wow, this place values children and seniors at the same amount. $8.75 for both.
This guy.
A 1-year-old is the same value as a fucking 90-year-old. All right, well, you know what? That might be a little true, but like a 9-year-old and a 65-year-old have the same value? No fucking
50,
way.
40.
That 65-year-old's way better.
20. 10.
Kids are the worst. Yeah, I don't know. I never particularly liked Ezra Miller as the Flash. I think he's been okay in some things I've seen before, but like I don't know. Honestly, I think the guy that plays the Flash in the TV show is Ben Mendelsohn. I don't like the show anymore, right? But I think season 1 and 2 are like pretty decent. And I think that Grant something. I think it's Grant something. I think he's fucking way better.
To prevent injury from articles that may have
I get it.
shaped
He's a
or
TV
flattened.
actor, but like,
You may
yeah.
now use your mobile phone and
I've never
other
been
handheld
like completely
electronic
sold on
devices
Ezra
while we
Miller
taxi
being
to the gate.
uh,
However, your laptop computers and larger electronics must remain
good.
stowed.
I think just him being a giant piece of shit is enough for me
We
to not
invite
like
you to
him.
visit delta.com for all your future travel needs.
Well, yeah, I mean that's fair too, right? But like, even if he wasn't, like, I just don't think he's that great. It's kind of like what's that fucking one dude that you hate too?
Questions regarding ground transportation, baggage claim.
Which one?
Morbius or whatever.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I can't even think of his name right now. I'm too tired.
It's like him. Like I don't think he's like particularly good at acting, right?
But he's a method actor.
Yeah, I don't know why he like gets so many big roles and shit, right? But
Jared Leto.
he does. Yeah, Jared Leto. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him.
Flight attendants, prepare doors for arrival. Please cross-check and all-call.
I feel like for most actors and actresses, even ones that I don't particularly care for, I can still look through like the movies they've done and be like, oh, actually they were really good in that one, right? Like, oh fuck, what's the girl from the Hunger Games? Dude, I'm off on names right now. Jennifer Lawrence, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Like, honestly, like I didn't like her in the Hunger Games very much, right? But I thought she was great in Silver Linings Playbook, right? Like I think she can act. I just didn't like. Maybe it could have been her. It could have been the writing. I don't know what it was from the Hunger Games, right? But I didn't really like her in that, right? But like I think she's a good actress. But it's just like most of the stuff I've seen her in, I don't care for, right? I feel like I can do that for most actors and actresses, but like Jared Leto and fucking that other guy we were just talking about. Ezra Miller. Yeah. I don't look through like their catalog of things they've been in and be like, oh my god, that one was so good though. Oh. You know.
I got you. Oof. Ugh. Every time I taxi this fucking airport, I'm like just waiting for like the collision to be weird and to consider it a crash and fucking end my flight before I get to the fucking gate. And then I will immediately uninstall and never fly again. Or I'll get X-Plane 12. Honestly, I've been so close to switching to X-Plane. Just because, like, I feel like they have way better and higher quality airliners than Microsoft Flight Sim. The only thing that keeps me on Microsoft Flight Sim is, like, the graphics are just better. Which I know will tilt, like, any X-Plane person who sees this or hears that, but fuck them. Like, cool, X-Plane 12, it's a big step up from X-Plane 11, but it still doesn't hold a candle to Microsoft Flight Sim. And I think especially not needing to, like, download specific fucking scenery packages, like, that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I think X-Plane loses out to Microsoft Flight Sim. Like, being able to just automatically load in scenery and shit as you're flying is 1,000 times better than needing to fucking get specific packages and shit. I feel you, Spitfire. Me too, man. Me too. That's why it was so weird when he started acting, and like I started seeing him in movies, and I'm like, wait, what? Why though? Oh, where is the Delta Gates? I don't remember anymore. Okay, for the sake of expediency, we're going to just go ahead and share with American today because I can hear Heather doing stuff and I know she's waiting on me. Yeah, we were definitely cleared into E3. Yep, that was our gate assignment. Mm-hmm. That's what I heard ATC say. Parking brake.
You need to stop the engines to request ground services.
Grumpy. You start. Quicker, APU. Mommy's gonna hurt me. Waiting for the needle to jump. Ugh. And then bounce back to stable. Salad. Technically should have waited, but that's okay. Oh. Thank you for hosting, Southwest. We appreciate it. Look at that. Docking physics. Eat your heart out, Stone Citizen. Suck big fat wiener. You pieces of shit.
The boarding requested.
GSX, why? Why are you fucked? You son of a bitch.
Passengers deboarding starting.
I bet it is. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for me. I've gotta go out to the hardware store to get stuff for Heather's plants because they've all died.
Yeah, slave. Do her bidding.
Wop, 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 wop.
Hey, if you see anybody working on the runway there, just run them over. Maybe it's my sister.
I will. I'll call for de-icing and then just thump thump.
Yeah.
I got your back, buddy. Let's see if I can fix this. Nope. Why? Mm-hmm. Yep.
Bye.
Yep.
Have fun walking like that.
I think it's because I attached it before calling for deboarding, and GSX is not smart enough to go, oh, okay. It's already attached. I don't need to call for it. So it tries to call for it, which in turn dismisses it instead.
Oh.
So like now it would be, which if it works right is really cool on like European terminals. I don't know why American, like US terminals aren't like this, where we never have like glass walkways, but I feel like a lot of Euro terminals do, so they can actually see like the passengers actually disembark. But because it's a US terminal, it's just a solid jetway. You literally don't see shit. And I guess you could. No. I tried. Yeah, waddle your way to Florida.
That was the retard mobile carrying all the retards to their retard land.
All right. Anyways, guys, that's it. Hopefully the stream was working right and sound was appropriate, and we weren't losing any frames and shit like that. Outside of when I was landing, I know it was hitting a photogrammy limit. Unfortunately, this game is kind of a bandwidth pig if it's an airport you haven't been to within like your recent cache. So it might have gotten a little spiky there, but outside of that, as long as everything else is working, I will try to stream some more shit in the coming weeks. But thanks for hanging out with me and keeping me company over the flight. And you guys all have a great morning. It's morning. It's nighttime for me. I'm about to go to bed after we go shopping. But hopefully you guys all have a great day.